Hi, in this video we'll be talking about Article 3, Clause 4 of the EU's AI Act, which defines the term deployer. Now, as we get more involved in the entities of the EU's AI Act, like we talked about provider in the last video, we are now talking about deployer. We'll see the interconnections between these entities. Now, deployer. So, deployer is again the who part is the same as the provider. That means it can be a natural or a legal person. That means it can be a human being or it can be a company, it can be a public authority, agency or other body. This stays exactly same as provider. So anybody who can be a provider can also be a deployer. But the difference is in the later part, in the role and where, right? So deploy is using an AI system. Now you have to understand that deployer is not same as a user. User can be the end user, but deployer has some obligations attached to it. We'll come to it in later parts of these videos, that deployer has legal obligations on it. So deployer is an entity who uses an AI system under its authority. So here it is important, under its authority. Now deployer, you can think of, so a provider can be, for example, a car manufacturer, right? So the car manufacturer has to take care of the end design. So starting from engine to car to body to tires, whatsoever a car constitutes of. So provider's job is done once it has shipped the car. I, human being, I being a deployer, so in that case I become a deployer, but I cannot drive car on roads without being mindful of the safety. So I still have to bind by the rules of the traffic safety, road, and so on. So a deployer is someone who is using AI under its authority. So it cannot be let free. It has responsibilities because that AI system may be used, for example, by a hospital that makes decisions based on this AI system. So because it's a very responsible use of AI, who is doing it under its authority? The hospital. So the hospital becomes deployer. Hospital doesn't have to become provider. So it's different from provider. Hospital doesn't have to become provider to own some legal obligations. Hospital has to just use the AI provided by the provider properly under its authority so that harms can be mitigated. So under its authority, except, now there is an exception to it. So except where AI system is used in the course of a personal, non-professional activity. If the activity is personal, non-professional, then it doesn't make me a deployer. Now note that it has to be personal. That means the exception can only apply to a natural human being. It cannot apply to any other entities that are listed, because these things cannot be personal in the sense that is used here. Okay, so here a person does not mean a legal person. Here a person means a human being, non-professional activity. So if I use ChatGPT, for example, to write poems, that should be fine, right? That doesn't make me a deployer. And what does it mean to say that doesn't make me a deployer? It means that I don't have to follow any rules. Okay, it's like, so I don't know if this example suits, but let's say I bring a car park it inside my house. I just go inside, play music in it, and do nothing. That's it. So I have bought a car just to play music, for example. For my personal enjoyment, that particular car is not going on roads. Okay. So since it does not go on road, I don't have any legal obligations per se. Now, except when AI system is used in the course of personal, non-professional activity. So in this case, the user, human being, does not become a developer. But the same human being, if uses, so the same human being uses it, that means personal, but professional activity. So for example, if this particular person is a freelancer, right, using in professional activity, then that person, even though a single person, but becomes a deployer. Now again, this visual illustration is prepared by my student Prapti Bhatt, who is a MS student at the Department of EECS at University of Tennessee, USA. Now, so just to summarize this whole thing, who can be a deployer? Anybody who can be a provider can be a deployer as well. Role: using AI under its authority, excluding personal use. And where, this is an important thing, and again it has to be read with Article 2 scope, that deployer has to be inside the European Union. Deployer cannot be, unlike provider, deployer cannot be anywhere in the world. So for example, if a deployer is fulfilling all these terms, if an entity is fulfilling all these terms but does not reside inside EU, it does not make me deployer. What makes me deployer is if I am inside the European Union. Now finally, as we said, that as we advance in these definitions as well, we'll have to keep track of its interactions with other entities. Now, we'll take up these things in detail whenever the time is right for these things to talk about, but at least the mention is important. So if you ask this question, are you using AI for work or business? Yes, that makes us a deployer. Right? For work. Are you using AI for high risk task? If you are using AI for high risk task, then we have talked about, if I were writing a poem using AI, that should be fine. But if I'm using it for a high risk task, for example, medical device, then Article 16 duties apply on me as a deployer. So Article 26 talks about the obligations of a deployer, and we'll talk about them when we talk about Article 26. But the only thing here is right now, if it is being used for a high risk task, then I even have to comply with Article 26, which are my duties as a deployer. Did you put your brand on it? So I, being a deployer, let's say I'm a hospital, I'm a deployer right now using someone else's AI that they provided me, but now I start using my brand on it, okay? Or I modify it, or I change it, right? In which detail, we'll come to it when we'll talk about Article 25, but it makes me a provider. It makes me from a deployer to a provider. It makes me from a deployer to a provider if I do certain things, particularly if I put my brand on something, right? Because to the end user, it is like I am the one who is making this AI, and hence to be fair for the user's part, that makes me provider from deployer. Now, does the output affect people in the EU? Remember, we talked about. So if the output affects the people in the EU, then I'm under AI Act's jurisdiction. Again, read this with Article 2. Article 2 states deployers are fine. They need to be only inside the European Union. But if, so for example, if deployer is here, but the output of the AI is used in the European Union, in that case, AI Act applies on such a deployer. It was not applying on deployer as such per se, if it is outside European Union. But if the output of AI, if the output prepared by a developer, if the output of an AI by a deployer that is outside European Union, but the output is used in the Union, then such a deployer comes under the purview of UCI Act. That's it for this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly subscribe and please like and share the video. Thank you so much.